The next lesson is how do we create a culture of feedback? So here's 5 ways that you can create a culture of feedback that focuses on growth in your organization. The first one is let's talk about it, and talk about it a lot. If feedback is one of the most critical catalysts to the growth of the organization and developing a people development culture, then you have to prop it up at every chance you get, especially in all company meetings. Number 2 is you have to practice it. This might seem self-explanatory, and yet too many people talk about important things but fail to actually act on them. Learning to give and get good feedback is a habit. And if a conversation is really important, ask someone to role play the conversation with you. There's often times where I was going through with a new manager and they needed to terminate an employee, where I would role play the conversation with them to make sure that they were prepared on how to handle that difficult conversation. Number 3, you have to define it. You have to define your terms. What do you mean by feedback? Explicitly spelling out what feedback is in your organization should be really setting you up and your team up for success. Number 4 is keep it simple. This is important because good feedback should be clear, easy to understand, and to the point. So keep feedback concise. Write bullet points, not novels. Spend some time thinking about it, but don't spend hours. Give feedback as you see it and use terms like, I feel this way, I see things this way. And when you provide feedback on a presentation or a meeting, focus on the big ideas and focus on what happened, not on the person necessarily. Number 5, you've got to have a good attitude. Giving feedback can be really hard, and getting it can be even harder. But keep in mind that feedback should always point back to growth. The reason that you are taking the time to provide feedback is because you care about the employee and you want them to grow and develop.